Well, it seems like the cat is out the bag. And I'll talk about that cat that's outside the bag here at Just Shooting the Sports. But before I do, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit that like, comment. Did you want to comment on this one? Share and follow. As I always say, appreciate the support. Now, let's get it.
Survive if I let you.
So, the cat that is out the bag is the SEC schedule for annual opponents was released yesterday by Chris Lowe with On 3 Sports. Now, what I want to know is why was that leaked? Because for the simple fact, the SEC network was supposed to do a special, which they're still going to do tonight on at 7 o'clock p.m. But what's the point of it now? Just to what? Let the analysts, just tell you how they feel about the schedule and who they felt should have went here and who they felt should have went there. I mean, I'm not even really excited now because for the simple fact, it got leaked for no apparent reason for everyone to see. So I'm not even excited anymore. But I will tell you this: I'm gonna talk about the Tennessee Volunteers and who their 3 annual opponents will be. First up, we got the Alabama Crimson Tide. I figured we would have that matchup because of the rivalry of the third Saturday in October. Vandy, because of cross-state rivalry. I knew that would be a matchup as well. I talked about it a couple episodes ago when it was first announced on when the SEC schedule will be released. I didn't expect Kentucky too much, but I get it. I wanted Missouri. But the one thing we will lose is the Florida Gators. Now, that too is a rivalry. Not sure why we didn't get Florida. I guess we'll find out tonight. Maybe we'll get some answers. But I really wanted Missouri, but then I understood Missouri is not really a rival. I just wanted for selfish reasons, and I'm pretty sure y'all can understand that as well as Tennessee fans. But this is who our 3 annual opponents will be for the next 4 years. Like I stated, in 2030, they will reevaluate the annual opponents, and at that point, it'll probably be some changes. And who knows, we may get Florida, we may get Missouri, we may get Georgia. But right now, we have the Alabama Crimson Tide, the Kentucky Wildcats, and the Vanderbilt Commodores. So, how do y'all feel about that? Who did y'all want to be on that schedule for the next 4 years? And on top of that, who do you want on your schedule after these 4 years are over with? But that's not the only thing I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna also talk about the schedule, if you will, for most of the teams. If I can find it, should have had it in front of my face. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? You're nowhere to be found. That's great. Anyway, let me pull that up here real quick. Excuse me. Sorry for the delay. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Anyway, is this it? No, that is not it. That's somebody's terrible permanent record. But anyway, whatever. Or what they thought it was going to be. Um, yeah, let me go here. So Alabama has Auburn, Tennessee, Mississippi State, and then is this? And then Arkansas has Missouri, Texas, LSU, Auburn, Alabama, Georgia, and Vandy. Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and Kentucky. Florida has Georgia, South Carolina, Kentucky. Georgia has Auburn, Florida, South Carolina. Kentucky has South Carolina, Tennessee, Florida. LSU has Arkansas, Ole Miss, Texas A&M. Mississippi State has Ole Miss, Alabama, and Vanderbilt. Missouri has Arkansas, Texas A&M, and Oklahoma. Oklahoma has Texas, Ole Miss, and Missouri. Ole Miss has Mississippi State, LSU, and Oklahoma. And then South Carolina has Georgia, Kentucky, Florida, and of course, talked about it earlier, Tennessee has Alabama, Vanderbilt, and Kentucky. I will say this. I believe we have the easier schedule. I will say this. Auburn has the worst. They have Alabama, Georgia, and Vanderbilt. Now, Alabama and Georgia, they pretty much play them anyway, but we're looking at the state of the program right now. They are not Alabama and Georgia ready as a program. They might, hopefully next year, maybe the year after that, but right now, they're not up to par with Bama and Georgia. As far as Vandy is concerned, Diego Pavia is not going to be there anymore. Great value, Johnny Manziel is not going to be there anymore. So, what does Clark Lee look like with a different quarterback running that system? Because I'm here to tell you, a wake-up call or an awakening is coming to Vandy without Diego Pavia. But we just gonna have to wait and see, aren't we? Until then, they have, like I said, they have Alabama, Georgia, and Vanderbilt. But I do understand why they did the schedules that they did, and it looks like they did it from a geographical aspect because it seemed like everybody that they're playing is, I guess, they're close. It's like close quarters, I guess you could say. They're close to each other. You see most of the teams out west. Um, they're playing teams that are right there with them. Like, for instance, Missouri. Arkansas is over there with them. Texas A&M is over there with them. Oklahoma is over there with them. So it seemed like geographically, that's the reason. That's how they came up with the decisions that they made in regards to the three annual opponents that they have for the next 4 years. So I can understand that from that point of view in regards to travel reasons. But besides that, man, how do y'all feel about this? This is a new thing. I'm really more interested in who the other six opponents are and what that schedule can look like. Because let's be honest here, there's going to be some teams on here that's going to have a Florida schedule. And that means you're playing every single top notch opponent. That can happen. You look at Auburn right here, they can have Alabama, Georgia, Vandy, LSU, Tennessee. They can have that on their schedule. They can have Texas on their schedule. You really have to understand who are the other six opponents every year. Because by the way that is looking and shaping up in the SEC right now, majority of these teams are going to be good. It's not going to be that situation where he had 5 or 6, then that was it, and then the rest was just lower tier. Mississippi State is coming. Depending on what Vandy does at quarterback, if they do bring in a quarterback that looks decent, that can play up to par like Diego Pavia, and they can dish out that NIL, they may become decent. Ole Miss is going to be there. Oklahoma's going to be there. Missouri's going to be there. I don't know about South Carolina right now because I'm not saying I've heard rumors, but understand something. The Virginia Tech job is open. Who's to say Shane Beamer doesn't bring back Beamer ball at Virginia Tech and he leaves South Carolina in the dust? Got to watch out for that one. Who else? LSU's going to be there. And their schedule is not too shabby either. I mean, you got Ole Miss, Texas A&M, and depending on what Arkansas, Sam Pittman, if they bring in a new coach, what that coach looks like, we'll have to wait on that one in regards to Arkansas. But those 6 other opponents, because there's a 9-game schedule, it could be murderer's row for a lot of these teams, including us. Now, well, I ain't gonna say including us, because I mean, hell, we got Alabama. Alabama's really the only issue. Vanderbilt and Kentucky, they ain't worried about that. So we, like I said, we have the easiest schedule. Auburn has the worst right now. But with all that being said, man, I appreciate y'all for the support. Thank you for continuing to tune in to Just Shooting the Sports with your boy, Blackout Jones. And anytime I talk about that Power T and them Tennessee Volunteers, you know what it is. Go Big Orange and go Vols.
survive if I let you.